A beautiful evening to you. You're welcome to Sports Extraordinary on Atlantic Television Network. My name is Kingsley Mano. Very happy to be back here this evening to bring you up to speed with the latest revolving around the beautiful award of sports. Today's end of the show, we'll take a look at the preparation of Super Eagles of Nigeria ahead of the AFCON qualifier against Libya. International. So not forgetting the 2025 National Sport Festival that will be coming up, and of course Ogun State will be hosting this one. We hear that there is of course renovation of facilities down there. We'll take a look at that as well as all the stories revolving around the beautiful world of sports this evening. Promises to be another exciting time talking sports on Atlantic Television Network. We'll take a break now, but we'll come back from the break. I'll bring you all that you need to know revolving around the beautiful world of sports. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
The people of Maiduguri need your help. A catastrophic flood has engulfed the city, leaving over 1 million residents stranded and fighting for survival. Entire communities are submerged, with people trapped inside homes and on rooftops cut off from food, clean drinking water, and essential supplies. Health experts are warning of a potential outbreak of deadly diseases, and medical facilities are out of commission. The situation helicopters, boats, and capable of navigating the treacherous waterlogged area are urgently required to reach the countless men, women, and children still awaiting rescue. The Nigerian media is issuing a desperate plea to the government, humanitarian organizations, actors, and citizens across the nation. Step in now before it's too late. For more information on how you can help, contact Professor Usman A. Tar, the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Internal Security, Borno State, on 0809-233-3955. Every second counts.
This is powered by Atlantic Television Network.
Welcome back, C Sports Extraordinary on Atlantic Television Network, and of course, today will be like an abridged version of the show due to some technical hitches down here. But of course, we try most we can to make sure we keep you up to speed with the latest revolving around the beautiful world of sports this evening. And we'll be taking a look at the preparation of Super Eagles of Nigeria ahead of the AFCON qualifier against Libya tomorrow. That game comes up tomorrow at Regosla Pavi International Stadium. All 23 players invited are in camp, and I tell you, there's been an intensive, training down there in Oyo. I'll look forward to see how this one, of course, will pan out. But joining us this evening to take a look at the situation of things and how prepared the Super Eagles are ahead of the encounter tomorrow is Oyo-based journalist Basi Iberu. So good evening to you, Basi, and welcome to the show.
All right, thank you very much, Ima. I don't know if you can hear me.
We can hear you.
See me, I'm
We can hear you very clear.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us on the show, Basi. All right, can you take us through? Has been the preparation so far for the Super Eagles down there in you?
Thank you very much for having me. It's been a nice preparation for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Of course, it's not the first time we'll be coming to the Gosla Pabi International Stadium to play. So the team understand the tough, of course, also understand the importance of this very game coming up tomorrow by 5 p.m. against the Mediterranean Knights of Libya. So the reception has been great as always. And of course, the team about their training session. Of course, this evening they've had their last training session with the coach of the side, Austin Ibabon, or the interim manager as it stands now, assuring the fans victory come tomorrow when they take on Libya in this very crucial AFCON qualifier. So for now, I think everything is in place and everything has been working out smoothly since Nigeria arrived. They're enjoying themselves, 23 of them, because full camp. So we just wait to see the tactics that Coach Austin Ibabon will be going to do against their visitors.
All right, let's talk about the team. Of course, we understand that let's start from the goalkeeping department. We understand we have 3 goalkeepers in this one. We have Maduka Okoye. We have the man from Chipa United. Talking about Stanley Nwabali. We also have Maso Basiki as well. What do you make of it? A lot of persons are. I see some persons are of the opinion that Maduka Okoye, taking a look at his impressive stats with Ude Neze in the Italian Serie A, he should be given that hands to start. Considering the fact that we're playing a team like Libya, that of course you take a look at ranking, the Super Eagles are well ranked, than the Libyan side, even player-wise as well. So everyone is saying, some persons are saying, not everyone to say, Maduka Okoye should be given a chance. The man has been in the team since he came back, and he's been in a very good form. I don't know what you make of it.
It's difficult to change a winning team, like we usually say in sports. If you're getting the desired results, of course, you should try to stay with that particular team. Yeah, people have been making case for Maduka Okoye. It's missed out of the national team for quite a time. Of course, people would like to see, what he's capable of doing, especially at this time. But again, you also have to give credit to the man Nwabali, who was we didn't expect to have someone like that. They came in unexpectedly for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and you can always name him to be one of those who had actually sent what's his name now, the other Uso or Francis Uso are almost away from the team now. So he's done a fantastic job, and of course you also look at the cooperation that Okoye even gives him, even the last game that he wasn't playing, he wasn't through. All the goalkeepers try to support Stanley Nwabali now to keep Nigeria where they want. So I think that is good enough. But it will be left for, of course, the coach at the end of the day to decide if Maduka Okoye should be given a chance tomorrow against the Mediterranean Knight of Libya, or if he's still going to stick with Stanley Nwabali. For me, I think what Nigerians should be more concerned about at the moment is if Okoye will be between the sticks or if it's going to be Nwabali. They should be more concerned that we need to win this match tomorrow. And of course, like Austin Ibabon said, if we get this double-header victory, then we are sure that our place in the AFCON for Morocco. So what's more important now is who is fit enough in the camp to represent us. I watched their training session, and I can tell you from the standpoint of someone who has been the 3 goalkeepers are fantastic. They are energetic, and they really, really want to see how to help the team get into the AFCON final. So tomorrow we get to know who the team, the interim manager will be selecting to start for the Super Eagles.
All right, Basi. Let's say it goes tomorrow. I think Elsne Guavon will be the man to decide if it will be Maduka Okoye or maybe the man from Chipa United, Stanley Nwabali, maybe Omasa Basiki as well. But what do you make of it? Taking a look at it, there have been this reports that some of the players are not pleased with the presence of Benjamin Tamino in the team. And of course, you've been there, and I believe you can, give us a first-hand information about that particular report.
Well, I won't say it's anything that has been officially confirmed or to be praised. I saw the report as well, trickling as one of those rumors happening in the camp. So I can't really confirm for sure that there is a problem. But, us Nigabon has always cleared that there is no problem in the camp. Today we had, of course, I've spoken with William Trusekon, who also assured that the boys are very much happy. They are together. And of course, we also see some videos from the camp. That report doesn't, or what we are seeing, the spirit of the team and how they are relating, during the training session doesn't seem to support that particular report that there is an issue in the camp. I mean, since it's been brought in, it's been on low. Last time we had a chance to play the video, we were surprised to see that the boy who left Nigerian Professional Football League to Tanzania to play his trade could give him such cover at the back. I don't think, I don't think there is much to be taken from that particular report. I think the team spirit, just like the coach and the manager have confirmed, I think the team spirit is very high right here.
All right, before I actually give Michael Emmanuel the floor to, of course, I believe he has a lot of questions for you. But what do you make of, what are your expectations? What are your expectations from us Guavon in this particular encounter, right from the defense down to the midfield and down to the attack? What are your expectations? How do you expect him to set up the team ahead of the game against Libya tomorrow?
Well, I think for me, nothing really different from what we have been seeing. For me, I would expect Stanley Mwabali to still get the nod to stand between the six for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And then I would expect, of course, Captain William Trusekon to pay. I think they've been doing a great job. Of course, you also want to look at that Aina, look at what he's done with his club, and the kind of form he is at the moment. Basi, wonderful guy as well. Wonderful guy as well. Captain Basi. I think that partnership at the back has been very, very great for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So I will expect Basi to also start coming into the midfield. Of course, we have a way for there's been a lot of talk about Bashiru, coming there, Dele Bashiru, as who is going to be favored to start in that midfield. We have great talent, the likes of Frank Onyeka, we have Alex Ikoku, we have Wilfred Didi, we have Dele Bashiru. So it's going to be a serious headache for the manager to, mostly perform to actually get the starting. Sorry. I'm very sorry. So it will be difficult for the manager to actually get this to start or reason to start.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Abasi. Michael, I know you have some questions for Basi.
Yeah, Basi, we hear that Victor Osimhen is also in the Super Eagles camp, though not invited because he's just recuperating from the injury. But then he's there to drum support for the Super Eagles. Now we have the likes of Taiwo Awoniyi in the attack. We have Victor Boniface, and we also have Kelechi Iheanacho. Not also forgetting Lukman Ademola. If you were to be the coach right now, in the absence of Victor Osimhen, the regular striker, who will you choose among these three front line to lead the attack for Super Eagles tomorrow?
Well, I think it's a great opportunity for Victor Boniface to actually, showcase himself. For some time now, he's not been given, though it was given a chance last time when we played in New York, and he wasn't really impactful the time he spent there. And he was taken off, and then Victor Osimhen was introduced, where he got a goal for us in that game. But many still feel that he's not been given enough opportunity. Two arguments. Some feel Victor Boniface has not been given enough time and opportunity to prove what he scored for the Super Eagles. Others also feel the formation that the coaches have used have not really favored what he's used to in his club. So, but now in the absence of Victor Osimhen, I think Victor Boniface has got the entire floor to shine now. For me, I will go for Victor Boniface because as a coach, and I think what Nigerians also want to see, they want to see the spark he can bring to the Super Eagles. He hasn't really brought any remarkable spark. I know he's been fantastic there. We can't really point to few, individual performances and goals he's been able to do. So, in the absence of Victor Osimhen, I think Victor Boniface, for me, should be given that nod to start. You can't do away with Ademola Lookman. So Ademola Lookman has to be there. You have to give him that chance to start. Don't also forget, you didn't mention Chukwueze is also in the pitch, or is also in the team. So for Ademola Lookman, Victor Boniface, and then for me, I'll go with the Chukwueze, from the flank right there. I think that should be a strong enough attack for the Super Eagles of Nigeria facing their opening later on tomorrow.
All right. If you were to be Austin Eguavoen right now, in tomorrow's game, will you play more of the conservative game, or will you advise that we'll go all out for all attack?
Well, you can't be conservative. You're playing at home. You can't sit back to defend. You can't. All you need to do is to go out. Remember, the Libyans are already bringing tactics. They're already accusing the NFF of maltreatment, and they're not giving, their transportation and all of those shenanigans that are trying to bring in just to maybe score a point to mistreat Nigerians when they go over to Libya. They are brought already, so you don't know what is going to happen in Libya. So all you've got is this game in Rio, and so you need to give in your best. So for me, I won't ask the players to sit back. I will ask them to actually keep the game, play their game, but take the game to the Libyans, because it's more. I won't suspect the Libyans will want to sit back to soak in the pressure, try to defend to see if they can get something from this game. But for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, you don't need to do that. You've got about 30,000 fans in the stadium supporting you, millions of Nigerians watching and supporting you, and of course, look at the record between Nigeria and Libya. You've got better record than them head to head. Uyo has become, a fortress of some sort for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So they've got no reason at all to sit back. They've got no reason to be conservative playing in this game. They need to go out, get the goals as soon as possible. Be sure of this win before you travel to Libya. If you go to Libya and take a point or maybe get a win, that will be it for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But no need sitting back at all, play against Libyans in Libya.
All right, finally, you talked about the fans out there. Now, the Uyo fans, are you expecting a large turnout tomorrow? In the last match that we played, the governor of the state at the nick of time had to, buy some of the ticket for the fans, and we saw a jam-packed stadium. Are we expecting that again tomorrow, considering the fact that the hike in fuel price might actually hinder some fans not to turn out in their numbers? But we know that the Uyo fans are very, very excited whenever the Super Eagles play there at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium. Are we expecting a jam-packed stadium tomorrow?
Well, the Super Eagles is the biggest football brand we've got in this country, and of course one of the biggest we've got in the world. And so anytime Super Eagles of Nigeria play football, it's about passion for the fans. And if you talk about passion, then you give it to Uyo fans. Now, not just Uyo, talk about Akwa Ibom, because we have people who come all the way from other local government areas, in the state to watch. And of course, so many Nigerians also traveling from across the state to come watch the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So, for one, I'm not a fan of, the government throwing the gate open, because that's not how football is supposed to be done. It's not good for the business side of football, but at the same time, you look at the crowd that were available at the stadium that day. Good support for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I don't know the mind of the government tomorrow, but from the feelers I've got today, they may not be throwing the gates open tomorrow again, and the fans are already eager to buy the ticket. The problem you have is that sometimes this ticket gets to the sales point very late, and so the fans can't get the ticket before the match time, and so they come to the stadium, to the gates, and then to avoid any form of stampede, the government will just say, okay, we are going to pay for the ticket, open for the people to enter. And I'm seeing that same situation happening, but even at that today, the tickets are still scarce. Many people have not yet found the ticket. I know how many calls I've received, but by tomorrow the tickets will be available. But when will it be available for the fans to get in there? But in summary, I think the fans in Rio are very much eager. They are hospitable, they are spirited, they are passionate. They always wait to have the Super Eagles of Nigeria here. So by tomorrow, I'm sure it will be very good turnout for the Eagles, to play. It's Friday, and of course, in Rio, Friday is always happy hour period, and so it will be a nice time for the fans to relax, getting themselves into the weekend. So I'm expecting nothing short of fantastic turnout for the fans for the Eagles tomorrow.
All right, finally, before we let you go, the coach talking about Austin Eguavoen has set a maximum target of 6 points in this double-header clash. Can this be tenable?
Well, it's possible. It's very, very possible. This is football we are talking about, and it's very possible. 6 points against the Libyan national team. Why not? If we start the work right here in Rio very well, getting the 3 maximum points. But before we talk about 6 points, let's talk about 3 points, because you can't get 3, you can't make it 6. And so the most important thing is get your boys the right spirit, bring out a good plan, game plan tomorrow. Let's get this one in the bag first. Once we get the 3 points, then we can now start the discussion of traveling to Libya on Tuesday to get the second 3 points and make it 6. The Super Eagles of Nigeria against Mediterranean Knights of Libya, 6 points is a high possibility. With the players we've got in the squad now, Victor, the African-based player, is not there. But if you look at the players we are parading, the likes of Ademola Lookman, Victor Boniface, and all of these players doing wonderful stuff in their club side. I can't doubt that it's possible for the Eagles to, return the 6th point after these 2 header games that we have tomorrow against the Libyans. That's tomorrow and next week. So it's very possible. We're just going to wish Austin Eguavoen the very best, and of course hope that he brings out a good game plan for the boys to get the 6 points. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Basi. I don't know whether Kingsley have any other word for you before we let you go.
Yeah, all right. All right, Basi. Before we let you go, we understand, of course, you're based in the U, and you understand how things are over there. We understand not the normal match day week, it is the international break, but we want to ask, what's wrong? What's the problem with Akwa United? It's been a very poor start, for them this season. What's the problem?
Okay. So I was just hoping these questions would come up. I was expecting Matt to ask me that, because I know he used to be very passionate about Akwa United. It's the same question we're asking here. It's been a very tough patch, very difficult time for the promised keepers. The management of the side have done everything possible, bringing in new players, hoping that the results will come in. But we're still searching for that very first win of the season, and it's quite sad that with the huge investment we have into Akwa United from the state government and even the fans, the result is not coming yet. But we trust Baba Ganaro, the man who is in charge, and we hope that he's going to give Rio fans something to smile. And that's just what I can say for now, because even for the fans here, we are speechless. We don't know what is really wrong with the team. Not getting the kind of result that we want. But we hope that these things will turn around pretty soon, so that Akwa United can return to the way the big boys are. We should be talking about playing to qualify. Last season it was just some mathematics that saved Akwa United from being relegated. And so we expected that this season will get on very fine, but sadly, they've gone back to the normal tradition of not starting the season well. When you don't start the season well, you can most times not anywhere, because at the time you're looking for 1, 2, 3 points, you lost back when the season started, it's not available, and it makes it more difficult for Akwa United. So we hope that this rough patch won't last long any longer, so that the boys can get on and of course get the right results for the fans.
Talking about this rough patch, for it not to last, would there be patience? Because I understand the fact that the fans of Aqua United seem not to be that good when it has to do with patience. Even the management at some point. I understand what happened to Kennedy Baboya. I understand what happened to Fatah Osho. And this is Baba Ganaro. Yes, he was able to help them survive relegation last season. But would they be patient enough for him to turn things around?
Well, I think the only patient fans we have in the world are Arsenal fans. We do not have any other patient fans. Even the Super Eagles fans are not patient. Aqua United fans are not patient. Trust me, it's been a big hit right here in you know, week in, week out, you're on radio, talking on television, and the fans are calling in, bashing the team, asking for this one to be fired, the other one to be fired. And of course, you know, the two players that actually helped Aqua United is relegation last season with their 11 goals. You know, they were the only side in the league last season that had two players score double figure. That's Football Friday, who led Aqua United to join Rivers United. And then you have, you know, Sani Suleiman, who is outside this country at the moment. And you know, trying to replace these quality players become very difficult, because you look around, who is willing to drop, give you his best striker, you know, for you to take to your team and then come over to win them. So it becomes difficult. Searching for quality players in Nigeria is not that easy. The few quality players we have, everybody wants to run out of the country to play outside this country. So that's the problem Aqua United is facing at the moment. The fans are patient. They can't be too patient, you know, because last season we were already too patient. And I tell you, most fans didn't find it difficult. Sometimes we had to even go spiritual, praying that God doesn't allow Aqua United to go on relegation. And we don't want such situation to repeat itself this season again, where we have to do fasting, praying, you know, calculating here and there. It shouldn't be so for a club that has had lots of investment. The state government, they don't owe salaries, they don't owe allowances, and one of the highest paying clubs in this country shouldn't be facing the predicament that Aqua United is facing. It is football, anything can happen. The big clubs, even Manchester United, are currently suffering. And so sometimes it's not about the amount of money put in there. It might just be that it's a difficult period, maybe from the players or from the coach, but you can't say for certain what the problem is at the moment. Baba Ganaro is assuring the fans that it will pick up and it will get better. So we are also hoping from our end that very soon, sooner than we expect, it should get the boys back, because we can't continue to exercise this patience when the team continues to go down the relegation. So it's not acceptable anyway, and the fans in you are not happy.
All right, Basi, away from Aqua United, I understand you're one man who follows the MPFL very well. And what do you make of it? The MPFL is gradually gaining momentum. We're seeing top quality managers now. Kennedy, we talk about Kennedy Baboya, Finidi George, Emmanuel Monique, Amokachi just, of course, joined Lobby Stars. What do you make of the Nigerian Premier Football League, the shape it is taking at the moment?
Well, I think it's great. It's great. The LMC can sustain this. One of the biggest challenges we have is the officiating, you know, that has actually discouraged many fans from even coming to the stadium. So if you can tackle this issue of poor officiating and, of course, let the stadium be free of violence, it will really help. Look at the top players coming in. Talk about Ahmed Musa coming back to play for Kano Pillars. You can imagine what that means. Any state Kano Pillars goes to play football, fans will want to come, if not for anything, to watch Ahmed Musa playing. And this is not the first time he's come back to the MPFL to play. I watch a content where someone interviews some of the Super Eagles players. Maruka Okoye said he would love to come back and play for Enugu Rangers. Yeah, Enugu Rangers. And of course, we saw Frank Onyeka saying he would love to play for Enyimba. And Alex Iwobi said we love to play for Kano Pillars. I mean, these are interests. And of course, it's also interesting to see that even our foreign-based players who love to one day come back and then give back to the fans. So Amokachi also coming is a great news. When I saw it, I was excited. But you know, this is beyond fanfare. This is beyond just having a big name. The MPFL is a very difficult place that some of the players that apply their trade outside the country, you come in here, you might not find things as easy as it used to be. But if you have a big coach like, Amokachi coming in, we have Imama Mapakago with Abia Warriors, you have Baba Ganaro with Aqua United, you have, Finidi George with Rivers United, These are big players, Amunike and the rest coming back. This is great. I expected some of these are ex-players to come in and see how to also assist football. But most of them want to coach the Super Eagles of Nigeria. No, you need to start somewhere. Get a club, coach a club, and from that club you can be seen. And then maybe given a chance to grow, not just wait to coach the Super Eagles of Nigeria, because it's only one coach that can be in charge of Super Eagles of Nigeria at the time. And so we cannot have all of you, also struggling to coach the Super Eagles of Nigeria when we have 20 clubs in the NPFL, we have 20 clubs in the NNL. No. So I think what the trend they are starting now is quite good. Kamuanko right there with Imba as the chairman, and of course it is interesting that our ex-internationals are now embracing the development of football in Nigeria, and I hope and I pray that more will still come in, and then they will see the management of the league will make it transparent enough to even attract investors to also come into the game. You see a few clubs that are currently being sponsored, like Stake is sponsoring Enyimba, and One Expert is sponsoring Aqua United. That's how it's supposed to be. So we need to make money out of football. We need to make our football attractive. We need to make invest in the business side of football, not just the regular NPFL where you go and the home teams are winning, their way are losing. At the end of the day, we have representative at the continent. We go there, we fumble, and then we come back, and then the merry-go-round continues. No, I think there should be a stop to it, and then we should have people who really come in to see how they can help promote the beautiful game of football. We love football, and we do not want it to die in our time. So everybody must put their hands on deck and see how it works. So it's a commendable move for the ex-internationals to come back into the NPFL.
All right, Basi, thank you very much for joining us. I really do appreciate your incisive analysis on the show this evening.
Thank you very much. You guys are doing a lovely job right there. I hope to reconnect to you guys anytime you want me on. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Greet the people of Uyo for us.
Yes, and rest assured that tomorrow we are going to give Nigerians the 3 maximum points against the Libyans right here.
Definitely. Thank you very much, Basi.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
This is where we'll call it a wrap on the show. We'll be back tomorrow by 7 a.m. for Sports Talk. They want to join us as it promises to be another exciting time talking sports on Atlantic Television and Network. A special thanks to Michael for, of course, making sure that the show, of course, go through despite the hitches. My name is Kingsley Manuel. Thanks for watching.